Well, you might remember a few months ago we introduced you to a little girl named London for Feel Good Friday. She actually was surprised by her 3 favorite singers, the group GENTRI. We went to her house, we surprised her, they sang her a few songs. She went to their concert that night, and then the video exploded. It's received nearly 1 million views on our YouTube channel. It's also been watched on our Facebook page, and people have been sharing it all over. And we're so happy that London and her parents are here today to give us an update. A lot of people all over the world are asking how you're doing, London.
Well, I'm doing quite well, and I don't think I'm ever gonna forget that day. I think I'm gonna remember it for the rest of my life.
Were you surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a little speechless, I think, when they walked in. And what was your favorite part about that day?
I think all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you kind of pinch yourself when they walked out, when they left the house?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, in my mind, I'm like, is that real? Did they just literally walk in? Is this a dream?
It wasn't a dream. And then we put up the video and you got to relive it.
Ah.
How many times have you watched the video?
Like 100.
Well, good. You're 100 of those million people that have watched it. All right, Mom. So tell me a little bit about how London is doing. A lot of people have asked about her health. And is there an update on her prognosis?
For the issue that we were dealing with at the time, we were able to, we didn't get a proper diagnosis, and she's doing treatments. She's still doing the treatments, but they've just added more. It was more led to like a blood infection. And so there's a lot of cleaning the blood and, you know, making sure that the liver is carrying its own, and for the most part it is. We're kind of at the stage where, you know, one thing gets fixed and another thing's popping up type thing. And so we're just trying to gradually tap that out, and we'll be headed back down to primaries for some more testing. And then she has 7 more treatments for this year, and then they will retest the liver and everything else. And then he's pretty confident that it will be this year and next year of treatments.
Tell us about what happened after GENTRI left the house. What was London talking about?
Well, she actually just said she was, you know, the adrenaline I think stopped. Fred and Ryan went over to her, and she just had tears, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I think I just stepped into heaven for a minute." And she lifted up in a way that we hadn't seen in quite a while. And the doctors were like, "You look, there's like a pep in your step, you know, what's going on?" And her levels had even gone up. And, you know, I was like, you know, people in music are healing, and what GENTRI did for her, it's proof, you know, because the doctors they didn't have a very good outlook. We were grabbing it everywhere. I mean, we traveled to Denver, Hawaii, Seattle. We outreached to doctors all over just for other opinions. And I don't know, like the one doctor in Hawaii is like, "I don't know what those guys did to her, but it worked." It just got her to stabilize enough that they could do a rush of those advanced treatments, and they felt like that.
So what you're saying is they need to move in with you so that she can feel good every day, right?
I don't know, their wives would feel about
There was some question even when we were there if you could go to the concert that night, London.
Well, after like 4 minutes later, my doctor called and he said I could go, and I literally was
like, he scooped her up and they ran out and told GENTRI in the driveway, and it became a big group hug.
Tell everybody that didn't see that video what your favorite GENTRI song is. Or at the time it was Dare, right?
Yeah.
Is that still your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm even wearing the shirt to prove it.
There you go. You have it on. So Ryan, you knew, we had talked with you, I'm sure she told you, but did you think that this video would go so far and so wide and people would be talking about it, not just in East Idaho?
No. I mean, there are people at my work that were seeing it, and it's pretty surprising.
And speaking of going worldwide, one of the main reasons that I reached out to you guys is because of this woman from Switzerland emailed us asking, how's London doing? We want to send her something. And that's just one of many. And you said before that you've gotten a few packages. Someone knows your address out there.
I'm just like, oh, okay.
And what has that been like?
Well, it's just it's random kind of because it always seemed to like everything showed up on the day it was supposed to. Like I don't know how to explain that. Like, kind of a down day. Like today could have gone better with the blood work or something, and then we get home and there's a package and just letters.
We had a man from Australia message me that said that on YouTube, on the recommended video tab, it was on there. So YouTube had even stuck it in recommended video, and people in Australia were seeing you.
Well, and other kids, when we've gone into the hospital, like other kids see her and they're just like, one little boy's like, I'm gonna fight like you. And they're like, do it, man. You're awesome. You're all just as strong as she is. You'll all get through this. And she started a little, she makes dream catchers to take to other kids in the hospitals.
They're like, yay big.
Oh, good for you.
So we send them up to Seattle Children's. We send some to primaries. When she goes into the clinics and sees kids, she'll pull them out of her bags and just, this is for you.
What do you have there?
Well, I just would like to say a little thank you to the people who reached out, and just those loving people who are in the world, and for those sweets and gifts for me and my sister, and all the support to my mom and dad.
Well, thank you for reading that. I'm sure that the people that did that wish they could do more. Any message you have for the people that have shown you this outpouring?
We will never be able to express and return the love that we have felt from the world and the nation for London. It kind of blew us away, but it helped. It helped on those rough days, and we knew that it wasn't just us fighting for her. It wasn't just us rooting for London, and we thank you. I don't know what else to say besides thank you. And she's tough, and London's, she's tough. We're gonna tackle these obstacles as they come and hopefully overcome them.
What's your little sister's name?
Ireland.
Ireland, do you want to say anything? No? Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming in. London, we wish you all the best. We hope that 7 more treatments this year, and then you said next year, and then hopefully you're all clear and you won't have to wear that mask, and maybe Gentry can do a Hallelujah concert for you or something.
That would be awesome. Boys, you heard him.
Yeah. Hey, we'll videotape that. Any message that you have for Gentry? Anything you want to say to them?
Well, just wanted to say thank you, and letting me in your time before your concert was really, really just, I don't know a word.
It went to your heart.
Yeah. And as I said before, I will never forget that day, ever.
Well, thank you guys very much for coming in and giving us an update. And for all of you asking, there's the update. Thank you guys very much, and thank you for watching.